Morcilla is being held behind bars on $100,000 cash bail on charges of murder, negligent homicide, leaving a child in a motor vehicle, and child abuse. Based on the charges, he could spend the rest of his life in prison. Morcilla told police that he picked up his 2-year-old daughter from her mother on Wednesday morning and intended to drop her to daycare. Court documents state he dropped an older child to school, and as he was driving around, the toddler fell asleep. And around 8:30 in the morning, Morcilla parked his red pickup truck at the courthouse in Aganya and went to work, forgetting she was inside. It wasn't until 7 hours later he found his daughter's lifeless body inside. She sustained second-degree burns all over her body. The report states the girl died sometime between 11 and 1 that day. Morcilla appeared via video teleconference this afternoon in front of Magistrate Judge Alberto Tolentino, who expressed concerns about the murder charge, saying there was no evidence based on the declaration provided to the court that Morcilla showed an extreme indifference of human life.
Although the court has found probable cause on the first-degree murder, it does express that there are some concerns on whether or not that was the appropriate charge given the facts as they are laid out on the declaration.
Judge Tolentino noting that manslaughter does not carry a mandatory minimum of 15 years with the possibility of life in prison. Morcilla is represented by attorney Curtis Vandeveld, who agreed to take on the case pro bono and argued that his client should be released on his personal recognizance, as he is a well-respected member of the community, has no prior criminal history, and is not a danger to the community.
The nature and seriousness that he would pose a risk to the community or to any individual member thereof, there is just no such indication of fact. It's not the kind of crime where someone has engaged in any kind of heinous behavior. And so he simply doesn't pose such a risk.
Vandeveld adding the mother of the 2-year-old girl, who was present with members of Morcilla's family in the courtroom today, supported his release.
The mother is present, and she does not oppose his release on personal grounds. She supports that.
Assistant Attorney General David Rivera asked the court to hold Morcilla on $250,000 cash bail, saying the amount is consistent with the nature of the charges brought in these types of cases, noting it was at the lower end of the scale.
You know, this is a terrible situation and a terrible event with a terrible result.
The court ended up reducing the bail amount after weighing all of the information. Vandeveld has asked that if his client cannot come up with the $100,000 cash bail, that he be released to court-approved third-party custodians and be placed on house arrest. It's a request that will officially be made during a bail hearing on Friday afternoon. In the meantime, the tragic events of Wednesday have impacted the entire judiciary, specifically the probation office. Court Policy Planning and Communications Director Josh Chinorio.
It's a difficult situation. We are utilizing all our resources to identify counseling services and whatever assistance that these employees need.
Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Indy Egan.